guys, and welcome to episode 19 of the Books, Hooks and Yarn knitting podcast. I'm Crystal. I sit here and chat to you guys about what I've been doing and what I've been making and what I want to make and what I've been buying and what I want to buy. It's probably just going to be a short one today, not too much yarning going on because I am fighting a bit of a cold, and when I'm not feeling myself, I'm feeling a bit icky, I tend to put on my avocado stuff. So I've got my avocado scrunchie, avocado earrings, and I even have an avocado t-shirt on. It says "Let's Avo-Cuddle." That's from my friend Anna from Stitchcraft Wizardry. She just surprised me with it because she knew that I needed an avocado t-shirt. So thank you, Anna. It has made my day. It is Tuesday the 8th of June and the weather is miserable. It is so grey because it is pouring rain. So all the lighting you see here is completely artificial. So I apologise for shadows and stuff like that. I have both my kids home today. They are up in their rooms playing, but there might be some background noise. I will try to edit out as much as I can, but unfortunately that's just the situation we're in at the moment with the current state of things in Victoria. I do have a nice hot cup of tea. I have T2's Melbourne breakfast tea instead of English breakfast. It's Melbourne breakfast, and it's actually one of my favorites. I absolutely love it. It's so delicious, and I'm really excited to be here with you guys today. I've got a couple of things to show you, a couple of things that I've bought, and a giveaway to announce. So I've got my random number generator here, my list of everyone that made comments, and I'll be able to announce that at the end. But let's get started with some finished objects. I do have a finished object, just not the one that I thought I was going to. My plan was to have my second secret sock syndrome swap sock done, the second one to match that black and yellow one up there. It's not finished. It's almost finished, but it's not finished. Probably because I spent Sunday, I think, and a little bit of Monday making this for my daughter. I hate it so much. It's a cow. So my eldest does Auskick, and it's normally on Sunday morning, and it's freezing, and my youngest suffers pretty badly from the cold. And I did have some skeins of hand-dyed yarn that I did with food dye when I first started dyeing. I do occasionally still dye it with food dye because I like the simplicity of it. I like there's no chemicals used in it. So that's, you know, it's still something I occasionally do. I have started to drift more towards citric acid dyes. But my daughter picked this particular skein that I had messed up. I was supposed to be doing like a light peach and a light yellow skein, and it came out very dark orange and dark yellow with some bits of lighter peach and yellow in there. It's not what I planned to do at all, but that's what she wanted. She loves bright colours. So it was only 50 grams. It's just an over dye of some, I can't even think what it is. It's from Spotlight. I feel like it's called something Savor or Savor something. I can't remember, but it's just a 100% wool, 100% Australian wool, and I over dyed it. And she loves it. So I did make a bit of an accidental on purpose boo-boo. I did 6 rows of ribbing for the ribbing. I have no words today, guys. And I measured my yarn, and then I did the rows in between, and I had the right weight of yarn left to do another 6 rounds of ribbing, and somehow only got 4. I got 4 and a cast off instead of the 6 that I wanted. But it doesn't really matter because the way it sits on her, this is the end that we put up near her chin, and that way it's not overwhelming her. It sits quite beautifully on her. It is a bit wider than I intended it to be, but it actually sits perfectly because it almost sits right over her shoulders, so it's like a little capelet type thing on her shoulders, and she loves it. And the width means that this actually folds over in the front and really tucks in and gives her a bit of warmth. And yeah, I hate it. I think it's hideous, but she loves it. So I did kind of like the way it's striped though. I will admit that. I just wish it was in different colors. This is not my jam at all. So yeah, that's my only finished object, and I hate it. So I don't know if that's a win or not. Which leads us on to whips. Excuse me for coughing. I just have like a little tickle that makes me either need to drink or cough, and I don't know which one it's gonna be. All right. Of course, I finished it off for my youngest daughter, so my eldest daughter needed one as well. And this was just an experimental cake thing I did. I left it in the cake and I dyed it in the cake, which was a great idea at the time until I had to unwind it to get it to dry. That wasn't fun. So yeah, I'm just knitting that up at the moment. I'm just still doing the ribbing. Haven't done much on it. It's just something, I'm knitting a lot of patterned projects at the moment and I just really needed something simplistic. So that's kind of why I picked up the cows. But I guess I can show you all the pattern things I've been doing now. I would have had this sock finished, by the way. This is my second sock of the second sock syndrome swap run by Stitchcraft and Wizardry, and the patterns were donated by Mrs. P Creates. And I would have had it finished, except I used DPNs to do the heel, and I knew there was a reason I don't normally use them. I not just keep doing it on the 9-inch circular, because for some reason when I then go back to doing the foot, I somehow get it twisted and I had like pearl stitches on the outside when they're supposed to be on the inside. So wasn't overly impressed with that. So I had to rip it all back, almost all the way back. No, did I rip it all the way back? I think I ripped it all the way back. And I started it again. And with this cold, I just couldn't wrap my head around the pattern. What I did is I actually made a mistake, even though I did the other sock perfectly. And there's nothing wrong with the pattern, it was literally just brain fog. I did the patterned part of the heel, and then the rest of the heel is a slip stitch heel. But I accidentally did a round of stockinette in between before I started the slip stitch heel. And it's fine, it's just that it's made the heel pucker a little bit. I couldn't be bothered ripping it back, obviously. Again, I was just couldn't, I wanted to cry at the thought of doing that. So I just thought, no, it's one round, one row, it's not even a round, it's in a heel. It'll be fine, but I'll have to block it out because it has made it pucker a little bit and it's making the heel look shorter than what it actually is. Because I counted all my rows and everything to make sure it was the right one, because one of my darling daughters decided to play with my row counter. So I lost track of what I was up to in the heel, but thankfully I was able to count it out and figure it out. But it does look a bit shorter than the other one, which it isn't, because I've put them up next to each other and they don't look any shorter. And also maybe because this is dark and darker things look smaller, I don't know. But yeah, I've done 30 rounds of the foot. I've got 25 to go, and then I can start the patterned toe part and then change colors and finish the toes. So I should have those finished in the next, honestly, I'll probably finish the foot tonight and do the toes tomorrow if my brain can handle it. I could just sit here and knit on this for a little bit, guys. But I have some other things to show you first. Oh, the puppy is awake. Let me go grab her. Hold on. Here she is. Just had to take her out to the bathroom and everything. Oh, hello. Your nose is cold. Say hi. She's grown a little bit. You've grown a little bit, haven't you? Yes, you have. She has let all of her crazy out now. She just loves zooming around the house, around the yard, around my bed. Don't you? Yes, you love your late night zoomies. Even if we play with you for an hour before bedtime, it's still late night zoomies. I think she's half cat. She loves chasing a laser light. She has really sharp claws. She won't leave the cat scratcher alone. And the way she zooms around is like, you know, when cats get the 3 a.m. zoomies and they just go nuts. This one, yeah. And at 3 a.m. when it's time to go out to the toilet. She comes back in and thinks, oh, it must be playtime. No, it's bedtime and mummy needs her beauty sleep. She really does. She's just a big sook. The biggest sook. In saying that, she just bit my ear. All right, are you just gonna sit here quietly while I do this? You'll be the only kid that does. You will. All right, so I'm saying something about Totes A Go Go, I think. I have 3 projects here. One of them's not really a project I'm working on like religiously that I'm going to show you guys every week. It's just something I'm working away on. But funnily enough, I have all 3 projects in Totes A Go Go bags. A couple of them are Totes A No-Nos, I think they're being called, because they've got like slight problems. I showed you a sloth one last week that's got the fabrics aligned the wrong way on one side, it's upside down. And I got another one which is like a sock project bag but slightly smaller, but it still fits a sock project in there. So I don't know. I wasn't going to complain because I love the Totes A Go Go bags, so I snapped them up. And I think there's another one called a biker one in there. I can't remember. haven't really been on much this week. Excuse me. Must be time for a cup of tea. A sip of tea even. I'm just gonna sit there and scull my whole cup of tea. Alright, so my socks being Harry Potter colorways and everything. Oh, sorry baby. You're caught on my jumper. There you go. I know, you're getting a bit awkwardly shaped to cuddle up on the lap. Is it a Harry Potter Totes A Go Go? This is the Alice one. Now I have a very non-sock project in here. I finished my niece's blanket. I think I mentioned that, and my husband was straight away like, well, where's my blanket? So I started one for us. I just haven't gotten very far because I only started it on Saturday, I think. So yeah, I've got my Beauty and the Beast rose on there, which I love because I'm Belle and he's the Beast. So yeah, obviously that's not going to live in there for much longer because it's not a lot of, once a blanket gets to a certain size, it's not going to fit in there. But it does it well for now because there's only 2.5 rows on there. But the last project I have to show you is my Twisted Tea shirt by the Little Wolf Knits. So this is, obviously I'm not going to show you the actual pattern, but that's the, ring light, that's the project. And I am currently on my second row of setup rounds for my second lot of setup rounds for the raglan increases. So I've done my short rows, first time ever doing short rows by the way, and now I feel like I could handle doing it for others. So well, let's see if I can do this actually. Oh, Jezzy, no, they're not for you. Got my needle toppers on there from Rainbow and Sprinkles. Got my sloths to match with my bag, my sloth bag. All right, move all these threads out the way. See if I can get this on. Jezzy, no. I have to remember that the rows, the short rows, which make the top longer at the back, go at the back. All right, so that's where I'm up to. Not really looking like a shirt yet, but I am impressed already with how the neckline fits. So I absolutely love it. And I'm loving the yarn. So this contrast one that I'm using up here, the variegated one, is from Yokomamo Textiles. Don't you dare bite that young lady. Oh, and I'm caught. Hold on, don't you jump off while I'm stuck. You're a handful. You're a handful. Do you want to go in your bed for a second? All right. I'm gonna need your help later, but for now you can go down there with your toys. So yeah, this variegated one here is Yokomamo Textiles. It's the Fruit Tinker Cocktail colorway. It is just, oh, that's where I was up to last time. I've got my little Alice in Wonderland stitch marker from Hannah of Rosehip Island. She sent it with one of her skeins of yarn. And I thought I'm doing a Twisted Tea, and it's TEA shirt. So what better character to have than the rabbit from Alice in Wonderland. The light purple colour is from Yarns by the Bay, and that is Wisteria. I haven't alternated skeins for the purple yet. I figured I would finish the setup for the raglan increases and then I would start alternating every 2 rows after that. Because trying to do short rows for the first time ever was tricky enough without worrying about alternating skeins. But I am going to start doing that as soon as I finish this setup rows, because I feel like I'm going to need to, because now that we've got quite a few rows in there, I am starting to see the color, like, you guys know what I mean, like the light bits, the dark bits. Like, it's hand-dyed yarn, it's not going to be, excuse me, oh my gosh, it's not going to be the same color all the way through. So I will start alternating the skein so I don't end up with any color pooling off. Is it flashing? Is that what it's called? I don't know. I'm new to all this. So yeah, that's in my, oh my gosh, it's just a mess. I'm gonna have to upgrade to a bigger bag for this one too. In my sloth Totes A Go Go, Totes A No No. So, yep. Just had a child come out here and start watching TV, which means there's gonna be background noise, so I'm sorry about that. That's my whips and my finished objects. Not a lot to show, obviously. I guess we must be on to Pretty New Things. And now they're both out here, so this will be fun. All right, where to start? I thought I was only going to have one thing to show you guys for a bit of a addition to the stash, but then I got mail this morning, so that was nice. First things I want to show you was from Daffodil Road. They were doing a little thing where if you put an order through, you would get a free project bag. So I decided, I was planning on ordering from them anyway, so I thought, oh, I'll jump in and do that. I did it last week. So these are the skeins that I ordered. I decided to do some sock sets. So this is the Dutch Iris set. So it's that beautiful blue with that lovely bright yellow. It is their luxury sock base, so 80% merino, 20% nylon, 400 meters per 100 grams. And I love that it's got a needle recommendation on there as well, so 3.25 millimeter needles. I just love these two together. Like, you can see the bits of yellow and stuff in that skein, but I just love those two together. And I'm thinking I'm just going to make a pair of socks for them exactly as that is. The next one I got is the Love sock set, which obviously is very pink. It's weird, blue's my favorite color. I have a lot of pink and purple yarn. I do love these together, but I might change the mini for a different one that will stand out a bit more to the main skein. This is also the luxury sock base. And this is the beautiful bag that I got with it, which is like a little ballerina with peacock feathers for her dress. That was a very, very generous gift to give. And there was also some teas and lots of stickers and stuff. I've already drank the tea and ate the fruit Mentos that came with it. Yeah, it's a gorgeous little bag. I'm not sure what I'm going to use it for. It's obviously a bit small for a project bag, but I think I'm gonna make a cute little notions bag for like a bigger project where I need to have lots of things. So, or I could even use it for a makeup bag because it is very pretty. So yeah, I absolutely love it. So thank you very, very, very much for that. I actually can't wait to knit up the socks because once I'm done with all these patterned ones, I think I'm just going to knit a plain pair of vanilla socks with the cut-in heel. The next one is what got delivered this morning. It's from Pauline of Melbourne City Dye Works. And I'm not ashamed to admit that I almost started crying when I got this. I love Melbourne City Dye Works yarn. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I have ordered multiple things, Christmas presents, birthday presents, things myself, and I decided last week, I was like, oh, I feel like I haven't ordered from there for a while. I think I'm going to do an order from there. So I did. I jumped on and, oh, it's because Pauline advertised that she had, sorry for the crinkle, some sock minis that didn't turn out exactly the way she wanted them to, so she put them on for a reduced price, and I loved the colours. So I was like, well, those are now mine. So I ordered those, and while I was there, she had this beautiful sock set called Casual Friday, and it had the main skein and then 2 sock minis. So of course I had to grab that. So this, and then she so generously caked it up for me because she was doing some winding the other day. So that's the main skein from Casual Friday. It is absolutely beautiful. I don't have a lot of neutrally kind of colors in my stash. I was just drawn to this one. The speckles in it with this beautiful neutral color, like the base is just stunning as well. So I couldn't resist that. Obviously because it's caked, I don't have like a band, but this is 80% merino, 20% nylon, 334 meters to 100 grams. And these are the minis, and these have 66 meters to 20 grams. So those are the minis that came with it. And I'm thinking this will be sock sets, so I'm going to do like cuffs and toes and heels, or cuffs and toes and heels, or maybe I'll try and do both. Maybe I'll make shorties and make myself 4 socks, make 2 pairs, and alternate the cuffs and toes. And I absolutely love that. And the thing that almost made me cry is that Pauline included a beautiful project bag with pelicans on it, and I absolutely love this. So my yarn was caked up inside, and it was just such a pleasant surprise after waking up and feeling so icky and not knowing what's happening with lockdown and everything. It was just a really nice surprise. So thank you so much, Pauline, for making my day. Let's Avo-Cuddle. Sorry, that's what my shirt says. I love avocados. If anyone knows anyone that makes avocado project bags, by the way, hit me up in the comments below because I would love to have an avocado project bag. I will pay through the teeth for that. I don't have much yarning to go on today. I went for an MRI yesterday. Longest 40 minutes of my life, by the way. I'm normally good at just laying there and letting my mind wander, but 40 minutes is a bit long even for me. Hopefully I'll get the results of that tonight at physio. If not, I won't go to physio. We'll just postpone until we do have the results. Don't know what we're expecting to find because we've been in lockdown. I haven't been moving around as much. Like at work, I normally do 15,000 steps a day on work days because it's 10,000 just in the work day and then 5,000 on all the rushing around at home stuff. And I've gone from 15,000 to 5,000 at the moment. And so my foot's not as swollen and as irritated as it normally is. So I'm not really sure what the MRI is going to show up, but hopefully it will show something useful, give us some information on things that can be done, because it's been 7 weeks now. And on a normal regular day where I'm walking around my normal amount, it's still just so painful and so swollen, and I've got hypermobility in my ankles, and I can actually put my legs completely straight, like my toes are parallel to the floor, and I can't do that with either of my ankles now. It's so painful and I miss it. I miss being able, like, it was a really good way to stretch, and now I can't do that. I have to like stretch on a weird angle and I don't like it at all. Other than that, I had to take my nose piercing out for it, and it's been a week and a half since I got it done. I almost couldn't get it back in. Like, I'm in the car park basically re-piercing my nose. It was so painful. All the outside part was fine. It was just the inner part. The stud just wouldn't go back through the inner part. So it's a bit tender today because it feels like I just got it redone. Ow. I've got a bunch of marking and stuff to do for work today. Maybe I'll leave that till tomorrow actually, so I can just finish resting for today. I am making my first lot of food in the smoker today. We have some beef short ribs that needed to be cooked, and my husband's like, put them in the freezer, I'm not gonna be able to do them today. I was like, well, I can do it. Thinking it was just, yeah, you know, throw them in. Like, I can throw them in the smoker. No, you've got to trim the fat, you've got to put a rub on it, you've got to choose what you're gonna rub on it. And if you screw that up, you've screwed up the whole thing. You've got to preheat it so it's smoking, then you've got to set it to a certain temperature, put them in, spritz them every hour, wrap them after 3 hours. I was like, oh, what have I done? What have I agreed to? It's too late. I've already said, yes, I'll do it. So yeah, I totally forgot to mention what I'm wearing today. This is my take on the sock head cow by Kelly McClure. I changed the ribbing and I didn't make it as long as what the pattern called for, just because it was a lot of stockinette. I did 100 rounds of stockinette and 15 rounds of 4x4 ribbing because I was knitting lots of pull the wool over hats, and I fell in love with the 4x4 ribbing. I love it. It's so nice and warm, and it's keeping me nice and warm today because it's freezing. I was this close to wearing a beanie, so I was like, that's ridiculous, you're inside. But yeah, I guess now we will do the giveaway. Hey Jazzy, would you like to help me do the giveaway? Fun fact, her nose and paws work on touchscreens. Yeah. We've had messages sent in Messenger to friends, and yeah, that was interesting. Jessie, come here. Come on, baby. Oh, come here. Oh, I'm sorry, you were sleeping. All right, say hi. So, I have a random number generator here on my iPad. There were 46 comments, not including like my responses and then comments to my responses. So I'm going to get Jazzy to have a little boop on the screen and see if we can generate a number. You want to boop that? Boop. All right, let's do your paw. Boop. Number 9. Okay, comment number 9 was Charlotte Parker. So congratulations, Charlotte. You just won this beautiful doggy project bag from Masked Circus. And inside you will have a beautiful skein of Coco from Louie and Lola, a little notions pouch, a Louie and Lola pin. I think her name's Cassie for some reason. I'm not sure why I think that. And some fripperies and bibelots, which are little stitch markers. I might throw in a couple of extra goodies in there. So if you just email me at bookshooksandyarn@gmail.com or on Instagram, I'm bookshooksandyarn. On Instagram, you can DM me on there. I can get details from you and I can send your package to you, which is wonderful. So congratulations. Thank you so much for everyone that commented and entered, by the way. I was reading out lots of the comments to my husband about who says dachshund, who says dachshund, and how many people just call them sausage or wiener dogs. And then we actually Googled it. And hold on, I will quickly read this out to you guys. I might need to pop my glasses on to do that. All right. Excuse the reflection of the ring light I had to use today because there's no natural light today. All right. I have to find it. Here we go. Hey, baby. All right. Here we go. Oh, what just happened? Dachshund is actually made up of two smaller German words, Dachs meaning badger and Hund meaning dog. So together it means badger dog because these dogs were bred to go down badger holes and rabbit holes as well. So, oh, hello. That's a nice snuggle. So funnily enough, my husband and I are both Hufflepuff. And what is the animal on the crest of the Hufflepuff for Harry Potter? A badger. We got a dog that will naturally hunt us. She's terrifying, isn't she? Look at her. Fearsome hunter. You're so sweet. She hunts my fingers at night when she's got the zoomies. Oh, yes, thank you. Oh, I love ear lickies. No, not in the ear. So yes, it is technically dachshund, but it was very interesting to read everyone's interpretations of how you say it. I think that's going to be it from me today, guys. I was so excited to do my first giveaway. It felt really nice. I might try and do some more of those. If anyone wants to donate anything for them, just let me know, or comment or send me a message or anything. I'd love to do more giveaways. Spread a bit of joy and happiness to everyone. Until I talk to you all next, which hopefully is next Tuesday. And hopefully it'll be an after work special, not a stuck at home special. Please look after yourselves mentally, physically, socially, emotionally, because all of that's important. And so are you. Say bye.